everybody. I'm Cinnamon Cooney, your Art Sherpa, and on the mic and on the camera is my husband, John.
Hi, guys.
And we would like to show you guys, especially to Sherpet Patty, who requested today a hedgehog. And since she was the first person who got to request an image, she gets her request. Hi, Patty. So we're going to be painting her hedgehog. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to add a little flower to it. We're going to do a little fun bloom. But you're going to be able to follow along with this and create this at home for yourself. So that's the big thing here. I'm going to explain every step of the process. John is going to track me with cameras. Let's look at the materials we're going to use. So I have a 9 by 11 piece of 140 pound watercolor paper. 140 pound, 300 gram is the big deal. You definitely have to get that weight. I've taped it down with low-tack tape so it doesn't buckle. I've loosely sketched with pencil, and I have Payne's Gray, Burnt Sienna, Quinacridone Magenta, Nickel Azo Yellow, but use any yellow deep you have, and I have Phthalo Blue. I've got my assorted watercolor brushes from Silver Brush. There's a black velvet here, a little assortment, and I have my Tombow pencil. So I'm really basically ready to get going, and I'm going to start out with my little trusty number 8 round. I'm going to dip in water, and I'm going to do this cool thing. I'm going to come right here. And I think I'm going to get just a little bit of brown and just start putting the little brown masking on our little hedgehog's face like they has, because they do have little brown masking. Did you know that, John?
I did.
Or little masking.
Little bandits.
They're not winter creatures. Like lots of people in Europe feed them in the winters. I'm going to get a little bit of my Payne's Gray. And I'm going to just touch it along here in the mask. Just a little bit. Look, isn't that fun? Let it bloom out like it's inclined to want to do. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just come a little under the eyes. And I'll leave that for a second. Now I'm going to get a little of my magenta and I'll sort of come under the lip. Now what's nice is as these wet areas touch, the gray will blend into that, leaving a little bit of the pink. But it will also have a little bit of that coloring too that you see in the mask. And then I'm going to get a little pink and a little of my burnt sienna and maybe even a little of my yellow. I'm going to come down and work a little bit of the foot. Is the foot?
Oh, yeah.
Is the foot. So it's definitely important to use fun and enjoyable voices when you're painting. Otherwise, why are you doing it? Because this is for fun, right? This is about having a good time.
It's feeties.
Feeties! This is what John and I are like when we don't have you guys here to talk to. That we're really liking this vertical format.
Yeah, we are.
It's a new way to share information, and it works on your phones no matter where you're at. So it's like how you naturally, watch your phones. We thought that was pretty cool. And John came up with a way that you could see the pictures even better. What you're seeing me here do is I'll rinse out in the water and I'll take off the extra water from my brush into a towel. And look, that lets me blend and lighten the little feet.
You made some boots.
It does. Now, I feel inclined to, whether it's factually accurate or not, pink the ears.
Oh.
Gotta pink the ears, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
You can do it.
A little bit of pink right here. And I'll go ahead and blend this with my little dry brush right into this. Because I can come back over and add pigment pretty easily, but sometimes it can be really hard to lift it off. Like that. Getting those little ears in. Now, while all of this is having a small dry, I'm going to get my brush wet. So I'm rinsing out. And I'm going to go ahead and get some pink. Just some light little pink. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to be using from the belly to the toe of my brush along this edge. I'm going to just make a little touch, and it's going to be light pressure, heavy, go light, heavy, light. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to do the same, kind of making like a little C. There we go. And then let's come right here, and I'm going to make a very thin line, but I'm going to press using that toe, and then I'm going to drag around lightning. Can you see how I do?
Yeah.
And let's come along here and do a similar thing. Let me pull in a little bit right there. Just another little heavier press. Maybe I'll make this one quite big and then like light right there. And then this one can be thin and light. And that one can be a little bit bigger. I'm just talking about this little flower right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little more of my magenta. I'm going to just add some of it here and there to the inside of where my petals are. Kind of talking about some shadows. And I'm definitely going to darken the center of that. I'm not going to do too much more. This is a very simple little rose. I'm going to get a little of my yellow and my pink. I'm going to come right here and I'm going to press down. I'm going to press down. Press down. It makes this little sort of curved bud. Can you see the bud?
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get a lot more paint and I'm going to just let that bleed out. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, I need more zoom.
Yeah. Do we need more zoom than what we
do.
have?
I wish I had new RoboCam.
I just grabbed some nickel azel. I'm going to add a little bit that to the mix and then a couple places into the rose so that there's just some warmth.
I find zoom like cowbell. You can never have too much of it.
Can't have too much cowbell. Can't have too much zoom.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Fuzzy Bottoms here, I'm going to take my cup over and I'm going to get a lot of him wet. I'm going to come right up to the mask and around the ears, in the eyes. Just really all around the top up here, right? Not so much the belly. Not so much the belly, the top. I'm not doing the belly yet, right? Top, 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 top. Top, 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 top. Just getting it all nice and wet, right? And I'm going to get a little of my yellow and my burnt umber, and even a little of my gray. I'm making kind of this very neutral little warm color. And I'm going to come between the ears. Dip in water. I'm going to get a little more of this. And come all around the top here. And down the side, but not into the no belly. Right? Let's get a little bit of our brown and our Payne's gray. Let this like bloom out into that. Look at that. A little bit of soft hedginess. It's a soft to the hedges. Hedges are so soft. Even though he's spiky, he's not spiky, and we're painting who he is. Now I'm going to take a little of my yellow and I'm going to just break some of this. We get a little brown this time. Just some.
Yeah, he's only spiky if you rub him the wrong way, right?
Yeah, they're really actually quite lovely little creatures. I'm trying to get the little ones going. They're quite smooth. I'm exaggerating a little bit so that we know that that's going on, and also so that we're pushing the fluffiness. Because, you know, you gotta push the fluff, the fluffy, fluffy fluff. So I'm just like letting this be like loose around here, a little gray, and just, you know, we're just doing just a little, not a lot. Why would we do a lot? We don't want to do a lot. I'm gonna get a little of my gray here. Then we come just sort of under him at the foot. And I can go like that, and maybe, because he's in shadow down here, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm going to play this dry brush, and I'm going to soften this. Look how I soften it back and forth, wiggling from the belly to the toe, very gently. I'm going to get a little of my Payne's gray, and I'm going to come up on the little feet. And I just talk about the little shape of the little feet, maybe some shadows. And there could be some little shapes under the foot. Foot. Now I think it'd be very nice to get a little blue, a little Payne's gray. Come underneath him on a dry brush. Make a little kind of shadow, right? Underneath him, because he would have a little shadow. It'd be all bright and be. He has math, little roly-poly Has to get him treaties mask.
Yeah.
We even give our chameleon treaties, so we're treaty people. But I'm not encouraging you to feed your hedgehog in a way that would be unhealthy for them or in any way harmful. I'm just coming down here and making some very nice little soft shadows. So that he's believable where he stands, right?
Yep. The Art Sherpa contributing to the delinquency of hedgehogs everywhere.
I would, but not in a way that will hurts them or harms them or anything like that. I'm going to just make sure his little ears have a little extra shadow. What's wonderful, I'm working just the tip. Right? I'm going to come around his little face and, you can just bring a little dry brush. Look. A little bit. I don't want to do too much because, he's a lovely, lovely, lovely little fellow. And then when you go into the wet, it softens. Isn't that crazy how that does?
Yeah.
So at his nose, I'm definitely going to do a little blue and a little black. A little brown. I'll come in here. And I'm going to leave some of this white right there. See the white I'm leaving? And then I'm going to get some of my Payne's Gray and I'm just going to touch it at the bottom right here. But not all of it, just at the bottom. I'm going to come under the lip and just to the side a little tiny bit. I'm going to rinse out, dry off. I'll go ahead and pick up some of the color that's at the top of the nose. And that's all I'm going to have to do on the nose. I'm going to do a neat thing with the eye where I'm going to leave a little bit of a reflection, but I'm going to do the same thing, a little blue, a little brown, a little black. Let's, at the front of the eye, make sure that we've got a spot we are not painting, right? Something we're not touching. I'm doing this without frisket or white paint after, and that's why I'm having to be so careful. I'm going to leave a little room for the forward lid or eye. Careful not to take out my white. Similar here. And again, if you totally lose it, you just go back with a little acrylic paint or white gouache and put it back. Okay. Go ahead and lighten the inside here. See how we've lightened it?
Yeah.
And I'll lighten the inside right there. Leaving the little white spot. And come along the outside edge of the eye. Underneath here. And then I'm going to take my Payne's Gray. Make sure I've shaded that a little bit. Aren't those pretty little eyes?
Oh,
they're just
yeah.
They're just so cute. And now I'm going to take a little of my blue and my yellow, and I'm going to make a variety of greens. And I'm going to come right here. I'm going to plant my brush and just pull a little bit of a little stem, like these little stems. Maybe this one will be more yellow. Just pulling a few leaves. Not being particularly fussy. Now under this, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I've got some little green. Pull a little leaf, pull a little leaf. These are just a little curved stroke. You need them to be more blue-green, you can go like that. Pull a little leaf under here. There's one there. You can just go anywhere you feel like you want to take them. Just here. I definitely think that we should bring some of these Loose little leaves. Right there. And then I'm going to pick up, he's got a lot of extra water there. So I'm going to pick this up with my little brush. Right? So that it's not so soaked. It's okay that it's lightening up. I can even soften the spot between the eye and look at this. Bring this all in and blend it. You didn't even know that was that blendable. And then for fun, I'm going to get my brown and a little of my gray. And I'm going to just make sure there's a few. Not everywhere, guys. Just up at the face. These are the lines, right? Maybe come along the ear and make sure that that's a little thought out and considered. A little more gray. Just pull that in. Couple little soft whiskers there. Wherever you feel like you want them. And just keep going and playing. Just little marks that just talk about his little hedgehogginess, right?
Yeah.
This is now officially the second time I think we've done a hedgehog. Because I think I did it for one of the sketch boxes that I tested.
That may sound
And this may be
familiar.
one of the longer ones that we have on, you know, in these vertical lessons. But it seemed completely worth it to do. And fun.
We needed some more hedgehogs in our lives.
We all need more hedgehogs in our lives, I think. I think I'm going to put a slightly pinker spot in the mouth. There a little bit. I think that that will add something. Let me get just a little bit of my Payne's Gray, and I'm just going to come right here. Just make sure that I'm using just the tip hair of that. And he'll get a couple little, like, little toes. He needs some little toes. These little toes.
Oh, yeah.
Little toes. And then I think I can sign it. It's just a loose little sketch. We're not trying to make something so complicated you can't paint along. I'm going to sign right here. So, all right. Thank you for being with me here today, John. That's our happy little hedgehog. This was a request. You could always request things for us to paint. If we see themes or things come up a lot, chances are you'll see we're kind of like, if you're new to what we do, we pretty much give the Sherpats anything they want. So just let us know what that is, and we're happy to. I hope you're liking this new way that we're doing this. And John and I would like to wish that you guys are doing really well, for you guys to be good to each other, be good to yourselves, and we want to see you in the studio really soon. Bye-bye.